Extra minutes.
I would imagine that regulating this sort of business has been very difficult. I mean, how are you regulated?
In Colorado, we're actually very tightly regulated. Every plant has an RFID tracking chip on it, so that if one plant moves from one building to another within a grow, that registers in some system. So we call it seed to sale tracking. I don't think any industry's really been regulated quite as tightly as this one. So it is possible. I think perhaps it's over-regulated, but I think that's a part of that pendulum swing from the black market to regulation. And that's okay, but I think that it's coming along. Now that there are several different regulation models throughout the United States, I think that foreign governments and other states here in the US can actually look at these models and see what's working, what's not working. And I think that the future of regulation for this isn't too terribly complicated. It can be done, and it can be done well.
Is one of the biggest challenges or dilemmas actually trying to label what this is? I mean, is it a drug? Is it a supplement? Is it a therapeutic aid? What is it?
That's a very good question. I think that on the high THC side of this argument, the very psychoactive side, I think that does need regulation. This isn't something that developing brains should access for recreation. That's my personal opinion. So on that side of it, I think that something along the lines of dietary supplement with heavy regulation, more toward the drug side for the psychoactive part, I think that's called for within regulation. However, the CBD side, the non-psychoactive side, that's very beneficial, obviously, for epilepsy and some other disorders. We're talking about a compound that has a known safety profile that is very beneficial. So we're essentially talking about something that's more like vitamin C, and we believe that CBD products that are non-psychoactive should be regulated as dietary supplements. Those costs should stay down, and there's a way to do that where quality control stays paramount, but it doesn't necessarily have to go through 6, 8, 10 years of clinical trial process to actually be available to the market. So we feel dietary supplements is really the way that the cannabidiol products should go.